hope that's not an Israeli tattoo on your forearm. I really hope I'm not debating a Mossad agent today.
This is Hosea 4:6. Did Mossad write the Bible? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Now let's talk about Aisha. You say she hit puberty?
Yes. She
What's
did hit
the
puberty.
research that shows that?
The research shows that there are hadith mentioned where she played with dolls. Older than 16 years old are not allowed to play with dolls. She was older than 16.
Wait. If she played with dolls, that means she's younger than that.
No, she wasn't a child because it was allowed in the household.
The prophet let her sin then? Because it's forbidden to play with dolls if you're a teenager.
No, but here's
so you
the
let
problem.
her sin?
Here's the problem.
You let her sin, right?
Don't ask me a question that you're not going to like the answer to.
I'm giving you plenty of good answers.
No.
Yeah, have you heard of the study Evolution, Development, and the Timing of Puberty, which shows that in the Middle Ages and the medieval period, it's impossible, biologically speaking, for a girl to have reached the age of menarche by the age of 9? The earliest it started was 11.
You're telling me that Aisha radiallahu anha was 9 years old?
Yeah, that's what the hadith says, 5134 of Sahih al-Bukhari.
Are you ready to stand on Judgment Day to prove that to God?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Michael. Debating you was probably the easiest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, you did so well. Let me reiterate. Islam leads to horrible societies. If you are promoting and spreading Islam, you are making the world a worse place. And this is a serious problem for the truth of Islam, because the Quran says they are the best of people. Clearly the Quran is wrong, because they're not creating better societies. The Christians are creating better societies. The Quran is false when it says they are the best of people raised up. There's no evidence of that. Islam is taking us backward. It wants to take you back to that kind of world. That's why we see so much violence in Islam. Christianity has created the modern world that we live in today. The reason why we're so peaceful, the reason why we have more democracy, has a large part to do because of Christianity, whereas Islam is stuck in the past. The problem is that his religion does foster more evil and harm, ultimately. There are bad Christians, there are bad Muslims, but we can look at the data and see that when we have bad Christians, there's no evidence that comes from the teachings of Christianity. Whereas, when we look at what Islam teaches and the effects of Islam, we can tie it to things like child marriage, like allowing wife beating, like polygamy, like commands for call for violence, like Surah 929 to 30. These are bad things that need to be called out. He said that sometimes violent is the answer. Yes, violent is the answer when an Arab conquest is launched out of Arabia to pillage, sack, murder, and enslave the Christians across the Roman world and the Zoroastrians in the Persian world. It was horrendous. Meanwhile, how did Christianity start? A man dying for his enemies on the cross, praying for them, saying, Father, forgive them, they don't know what they do. And an early persecuted church spread the word about the good news, and they were persecuted, martyred, and yet they thrived and they spread. The formation of these religions are vastly different. Christianity is really the religion that brought peace. We're still here because this is the religion that changes the world. The data shows it. Tom Holland talks about this in his book Dominion. When missionaries went to one of the islands off Morocco to try to end slavery, the Moroccan government says, we can't end slavery. That's against our religion. So Christianity was trying to fight to end slavery, and the Muslims were trying hard to keep it. That's why the Muslim nations were the last to end slavery, with pressure from the West. We will keep spreading the good news of the gospel because it will make the world a better place.